Hey, welcome back. I'm Caleb from Timpson. Today we're going to talk about the A bank. I got this bank from Request, and you can do it. Really, there's one way to do an A bank. It's a closed bank, but you can get similar to the same voltage with an open bank. And what you get out of this bank is you get three-phase 480 delta, but you also get three-phase 240 delta, and you can have 120 volt with a high leg with that also, all out of the same transformer bank. And if we look at our vector here, you can see what we have going on. Our primary vector just looks normal. You have transformer 1, transformer 2, and transformer 3. But we're going to start this out just by leaving transformer 3 out of it. So this will be transformer 3, and to do this bank, you need two 480 transformers and one 240 transformer. And for the sake of the argument, this is going to be a delta-delta bank. So we'll just say 12 470 pots, and they're all subtractive. Now, if we look at what that means, we're just going to start with T1 and T2, and we're going to pretend T3 doesn't exist. So the H2 of transformer 1 ties to the H1 of transformer 2. That's easy. And it's telling us right there, that's B phase. So we're going to take that up, B phase. It's saying the H1 of transformer 1, remember, neglecting this, is A phase. So we'll make that A phase. And it's saying the H2 of transformer 2 is C phase. So we'll bring that up, make it C phase. Right now you have the workings and the tops of an open delta 480 bank. Now if we look at the bottom, you can see why they call it an A bank, because the vector looks like an A. But if we take transformer 3 out and just look at it like this, we're going to look at transformer 1, the X3 of transformer 1 ties to the X1 of transformer 2. And the top's going to mirror the bottom. It's telling us that that is B phase. Now it's saying the X1 of transformer 1 is A phase, and the X3 of transformer 2 is C phase. Now, if we leave well enough alone, we get 480 delta out of that, straight 480. But we can also, if you measure from X2 to B phase, you get 240. If you measure from X2 to B phase, you get 240. And if you measure from X2 to X2, you get 240. So technically, you could call that a 240, 480 bank. Now, both of them are straight 240 or straight 480. There's no neutral involved there, but you can get it. Now, this is where we add the third bank in. Now, the H2 of transformer 2 ties to the H1 of transformer 3, right? That is still C phase, so this is still correct, but just to make it look better, I'm going to move this line over here. Now, the H2 of transformer 3, right here, ties to the H1 of transformer 1, and we're going to run that over. Now we've closed it. ABC still staying the same place though. This is the interesting part. Now, we're going to add the A bank in on the secondary. So we're going to take the X3 of transformer 3, and we're going to tie it to the X2 of transformer 1. Now it's going to look a little wonky. We're going to do this in a different color so you can see it. The X3 of transformer 3 is going to tie to the X2 of transformer 1, right? That's also going to be A phase. So we're going to bring a line down here and make that A phase. That's going to be your 240 volt A phase. The X1 of transformer 3 ties to the X2 of transformer 2. Let's do that one in orange. The X1 of transformer 3 ties to the X2 of transformer 2. Now we're going to bring a line down here, and that's also going to be C phase. So we're going to take that phase and slide it right up. That's going to be C phase also, but that's going to be C phase on your 240 volt side. Now you see what else we did here. We grounded the X2. So now we're going to put our ground strap on and run that neutral down. So now we have our neutral down. Now between neutral, right, neutral and here, we have 120 volt. Between neutral and our B phase over here is a high leg. So we have A, B, C, and then between A here and B phase, we have 240 volt. Between B phase and C phase, we have 240 volt, and between C phase and A phase, we have 240 volt. But between A phase here and B phase, we have 480 volt. And between B phase here and C phase here, we have 480 volt. And between C phase and A phase, we have 480 volt. So this is a pretty neat way to get three-phase 480 and three-phase 240 with a neutral, so you can have 120 for lighting and regular things inside of a building, all out of the same transformer bank without having two banks. That's why they used this bank primarily back in the day in the timber falling industry, where the machines, the heavy equipment that would pull the logs up the hill so they could load it onto trucks, were 480 volt. And then some of the other smaller machines and the offices needed 240 volt and also needed the neutral for 120 volt. So they would do all of this out of one bank. You see it sometimes too in the southeast in the timber falling industry, and they still use this bank occasionally in different rural areas where they need multiple voltages, and you can save money by doing it this way. But they call it the A bank because when you look at the vector, it looks like the letter A. If you have any more suggestions on pop banks, leave it down in the comments below. And if you have any questions on this bank, shoot it down in the comments below. I'll do my best to ask. And thanks, guys.